You know, when this movie was over, I actually still don't know why this movie was called Licorice Pizza. They never say that in this movie. Like, I don't know why this movie was called that. Licorice Pizza stars Alana Kane, Cooper Hoffman, and Bradley Cooper, and is about the 1970s growing up Gary Valentine and Alana Kane run around and fall in love in California. Now, if you've watched some of my previous videos, Boogie Nights is one of my favorite movies of all time. I think that movie is a masterpiece, and yes, I know a lot of people say There Will Be Blood is a way better movie, Punch Drunk Love, all this kind of stuff, but for me, Boogie Nights is the top tier kind of movie. So with Paul Thomas Anderson writing, directing, and working on cinematography, I was pretty much looking forward to this movie. And again, all the praise really helped the movie. The praise is like everywhere on this movie. So I was like, okay, I want to see this movie before the end of the year. And I thought it was fine. I really thought the movie was just fine because I think this movie is more of an experience. Like, the sets, the costumes, the cars, all this budget that this movie had of $40 million had to go towards the background stuff. These cars, the 1970s vibe is all about this movie. The soundtrack is really good. Again, technically, the movie looks beautiful. It was shot on film. I'm pretty with 35 millimeter, I would assume, but it looks so good. The movie, the shadowing, the coloring. I mean, damn, this movie looks so good. The performances all around are great. Alana Kane and Cooper Hoffman are very good in this movie, even though Cooper looks just like his dad with Philip Seymour Hoffman, rest in peace. He looks just like his dad, and in this movie, he's really good. He's a showman in this movie, and I really liked his character. I like that sometimes he was a dick, and then sometimes he was a good person, but overall, he was just a showman. And then, of course, Alana Kane, which I've never seen her in a movie, and I think this is like her first movie, but listen, she was really good. But really, everyone in this movie was good. I mean, you have Paul Thomas Anderson directing and writing, you're gonna get, like, great performances from everyone. I mean, look at his previous movies. He made Adam Sandler great. He made Daniel Day-Lewis win an Oscar. He made Mark Wahlberg a great actor. I mean, he's done it many times. This movie is no different. There's great performances all around. But the standout, and he's only in the movie for about 15 minutes, is Bradley Cooper. Bradley Cooper steals this entire movie. I don't care what anyone says. He is freaking, like, I just saw him in Nightmare Alley, and in this movie, I'm like, that is Bradley Cooper. Man, what a good actor. I mean, he's such a dick in this movie, and he's so funny. I loved everything. And his entire sequence in this movie, like, there's a scene with no gas, and it involves him in his car, and a whole situation going down a hill. Best sequence in the entire movie, hands down. Besides all of those things, I thought the movie was just fine, honestly. Now, I know a lot of people have said they felt very weird about her being 25 and him being 15. I kind of agree. But the thing is, I'll say this about the movie. Throughout this entire movie, they build a little bit romance, and they kind of get jealous over each other a bunch, and it's kind of weird because she is so much older than him, even though the movie treats it like two high schoolers basically running around through Hollywood. That's what it feels like. But again, they make it clear, they make it very clear she's 25. They make it very clear he's 15. So it's a little off-putting, I can't really lie, but the thing that really just, like, the top of the notch, like, besides the movie just being fine, the romance is okay, and just the whole age gap, whatever, my biggest issue is 100% this racism they had in this movie. There is a character, and I don't want to spoil it if you want to see it, but it's straight up racist. It happens like twice, and I don't want to, like, say anything about it because it's kind of disgraceful. And they made it really, they tried to make it really funny, but it did not work. It did not work. It was racist, straight up. Overall, I thought the movie was just fine. Like I said, the performances are great. Paul Thomas Anderson makes a great-looking movie. The script is very solid. It's one of his most chillax kind of movies, but a lot of stuff, like the plot, is really just these two young lovebirds running around, and they go through some stuff, and they get jealous, and that's it. Like, that's the movie. There's no, like, main evil villain plotline. There's a lot of plot lines happen throughout the entire movie, and time jumps happen, and it's kind of like, okay, so we like a month and a half, what happened to school? Like, there's a bunch of questions about that, but again, the experience is fine if you ask me. I'm gonna give Licorice Pizza a C+. And with that being said, that is my last movie review of the year 2021. Now, if you can tell, I do have a minor cold. I got the sniffles, and it sucks. So, I'm hoping to get those best and worst videos out very soon to you guys, but I need to, like, get a voice back because that's a lot of talking. Anyway, guys, enjoy this review. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. Bye-bye, everyone.